What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Cat's head. Okay, let's get a set up. We're just getting set now. 2 minutes. Sorry, I know it's picking up my clicking sound. I don't know where from. Sorry, I know it's picking up my clicking sound. I don't know where from. Okay. And let's go with Twitch as well. Hey. So it's always a little slow into the start. 2 a.m. here. Feel free to jump in the chat, say hi. And make sure Kick is streaming. And Twitch and all of that. Okay, let's have a look at my baby engine. So the problem we're working on is this. You will see it now. Let me get the display up. Okay. And exception thrown. I can hear myself, which I don't want to hear. Exception thrown. So when we open up too many models, it crashes. And what I want to do on a chat GPT screen here, I actually want to pull up async docs and import that. So what we have is, can I remove that? Okay. Where are we? So wait, this might be it. Object importer object. This is what's dying. Okay, so we're using, if you're new to coding, we're using Asymp to import 3D models. And I think, let's go to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is the new teacher, okay? It's not what it was last year, it's the next level. Chat, that's what I call it. I overlooked the OBJ importer in my Asymp errors. What do you think about Vulkan API? I've not used it and I'm tempted. I asked myself 2 days ago, what do I need to learn to stay in front for tech? And Vulkan was the answer, really. Vulkan or maybe something else, I don't know. Vulkan Rust for CPU side. So I think maybe in a few months I'll start Vulkan, maybe just once a week, and finish my OpenGL project. It's good to finish something. Finish your projects, coders, you newbies. Hello. Finish your projects. So what do you think about Vulkan? Okay, chat what we're saying. my async errors. I only looked at importer, so I made it global pointer. Should I consider this with the former? Typo. No. No, there is. Oh wait, object import. What is that? Give me the. Oh, this is not relevant. That's not old button, actually. That was my class. But what we're looking at the minute is a scope of the async importer, which is still relevant. I just thought it was two. So there's the async importer. Let me give you what we want here. Is there. Okay. So let's load the cottage. Okay, the cottage. By the way, here is IMGUI tools, but you can push and pop some features, and it will remove. You see here, we have the box, the UI. This is the same, but you just make the header transparent. You still grab onto this controls here somewhere. Well, but you don't need that. But this is what we're doing. And that's just to give us something, just to manipulate and move some things around initially. So now on my screen, we have the crash. And this is what we are debugging. It's over home. Okay, what did it say actually? You're referring to the. Do I need a new importer for each model? chat. I'm just jumping to the different chat rooms for Twitch and Kick. I don't want to miss anybody. Watch things are just getting started. So we have a new importer. How do I create it? Let's see. Asymp importer. We don't need to be printing file names. Async file name. String f name equals file name. So what I need is display capture we have. Okay, no crashes yet. It's not loading models, but it's not crashing. as it was before. It was always crashing when I loaded the second model. If the first one didn't have textures and the second one did, or the other way around. So your first model loads with or without textures, it's loading. And let's just try and load. Okay, so we've got some form of success. The light colors work on everything. Give it a dark orange. The scene is being impacted too much. The sunlight is too high. The sun will set. The trees will rotate. We choose the Bugatti. It's a full scene. We want it to go away. Let's just open a different one. So it's opened again. If you put the wireframe on, so we can see it has done. I'm not sure if that's going to change the name. I don't think so. Just load it. Nope. So we have some big problems here. That's a transparent effect, which I've not actually coded. It's one of the shaders getting a bit upset. But it's coded on the shader for these models. So you might have the trees, how many meshes? There you go. Yeah. The transparency is a good thing to have access to. And these are the materials. Let's see what tree we got here. I'm just curious because these have textures, but it's also allowing us to have a diffuse color. And ambient color. So here we have textures and material blended. Now we have to forgive me, the models are just bad. I downloaded the models a while ago. But it's all good. How do you get chat? Twitter. Okay. Hey man, yeah, I had a 2D project before I came here. I built procedural. Nice. I like it. Yeah, I'm hoping to build some sort of. I think the term procedural was like overused. It was like so cool once upon a time, but there's still a big use for it, especially in worlds. So once I get a few trees loaded, I'll be using some sort of random procedural or random. I guess they're cousins, right? But yeah, man, I'm always happy to chat to someone working on something similar. So follow along. Probably help each other. Let's get rid of this ancient technology, printfs. So I think that worked, right? It didn't crash, no matter how many models we opened. That's not okay over there. Okay. I think the issue we have is interesting. It doesn't rotate from location. I think it rotates from original position. So I think the issue is the shader. Yeah. I've upgraded your pin. That's for the follow you're going to give me. Okay, shader. So we're pressing the material. Let's just see if I load a cottage straight away which has textures. Let's see if that just works. I think it should. Okay, so the cottage has textures, right? And then when I load something else that doesn't have textures, it breaks. If I load something that doesn't have textures, it works. And something that does, it breaks. So the shader can't handle the change. Not nicely. Okay, so it's done like an attempt. It's loaded half of the materials, which is very strange. Because I want it to work or not work. I don't want it to work partially. So what I want is get the house out of the way. That sun is too bright, right? It's unique. Question. That's a good question, Chad. Nothing, because it's not. We're not even at the game stage yet. The game stage yet. It's gonna be made with love, though. And I've had a lot of time out of gaming, mostly, so I won't be trying to plug in all the new, which has shifted to make money from everything, every little add-on. Probably going to make a cozy open world game. Not too cozy. Yeah, let's do one more model. Yeah, make that. Give us a like, by the way, if you like. It helps the algorithm. It will bring more people in the chat when you leave. That will keep me coding. Feed the kids. Everything. Show load more. I don't understand what's not safe. Oops. Created pro node in main pointer. I'm struggling to reach the root of the book. Sometimes if I load mesh model the second time we get exceptions. Yeah, that's right. But I think like with engine stuff, you spend so much time on the engine first. Like I hope by the end of the month to have some tools so I can just start building the world, and then I can have and think more about the vision for the visuals. And yeah, get back to me in a month. But I like Anno. I really like Anno. It's very beautiful. The pace is nice. But I like a game called Sapiens. But simulation, like I just want to land you build it, you have some power over the civilization, and it just flourishes. And my key is I'm not going to introduce combat. Maybe never. Because I think if you can make a game without combat good, you're forced to think of new ideas and things that people haven't tried before. And then when it's good enough to be a game, then bring some combat in and make it better. So perhaps a game without combat, just to see what idea I might come up with. You're going to be forced to be original. Okay, what's ChatGPT said? Maybe it's crashing inside here. Actually, no, because it crashes before I choose a file name, right? Let's see if it is memory related. How about you? Tell me more about yours. I don't think that will work. Can I initialize? Can I init like that? Then outside of main, then use make smart as above to create the instance and memory alloc, etc. Yeah, I think it's allowing people to be creative. So if you don't try to own the game too much, let people to change how you think it should work. Like almost like modded, but don't control it too much. One second. Sorry, stream. It's a beautiful camera there. Nice and frozen. Yeah, that's right. Allowing for emergent gameplay, I like that. Quarter equals new quarter. What's up, cat? Let me see what's wrong with the cat. Sorry guys, I needed that midnight snack. Yeah, exactly. ChatGPT. It just speeds up my learning, and I think more important than learning for me, debugging. Oh, it's back. I'm gonna just drop the mic while I chew. Where are you from, by the way? I don't mind, but sometimes you pay and then they don't give you the extra features in your country, so they don't tell you. So I don't know what I get. And also, I just keep talking to it and it keeps. I'm sorry. I don't pay. Sorry. But I don't mind to pay, but because it just works fine. I don't know what I'm missing, but I consider it. I pay for YouTube and Twitter. Now you can hear crunching. Wait, I want you to see. I think I have the A1, right? You can choose here. Or is it the bottom you choose? No. Okay, I might do that. I think maybe I had a free version of it. Like a trial. Because I saw it, like the O1, the Amiga, I saw it to choose. Sorry. Maybe in 2 months I'll get that because I've only coded. I had like 6 months off. Yeah, it's not there now, but it was before. Because I've had 6 months of coding. I think 2 more months. I've only been back for 2 weeks, maybe another month. Remembering, and then I don't mind using ChatGPT after. But I just want to refresh myself. It's too tempting ChatGPT to. I think it's legitimate to use, but I want to feel like I've created. There we are. So I got stuck. In the Middle East, and we got bombed earlier. So I went out for like a midnight walk. Now I'm chill. Thought I will stream. Okay, so let's look up. Yeah, I'm in Tel Aviv. I guess as a tourist. Yeah. Okay, initialize materials. What I want is. So first, sometimes what I would do, chat, is I'll have a quick scan to see if I can see that error myself. I think when we loaded one material, we lose the other maybe. Where does Mac go? I think it gets its own space. Map material. Does that return texture new, obviously? This function is called when I load a new model, obj usually. Do you see anywhere where I'm potentially? No, I don't like the word potentially because it will just start daydreaming. It will just give you an answer. You want something more solid. Do you see anywhere where I'm losing data because as I open more models, they're not fully drawn. So I wonder if loading new models somehow disrupts the vectors data held. No, it used the word potential. Never deallocating. Okay. I've never used shared pointers because it was always the new thinking is to use safe memory management. So then because I came into the game late, I would never know how to make raw pointers, so I stayed with raw pointers for a while. If I add this and remove the raw creation, is that sufficient? Okay, so it's not loaded the tree. Show you. So this was never actually a problem yesterday, everything loaded, but since I've fixed the crashing, now they're just not loaded. True. I don't know if this tree actually has its own data already, like if it should already be working. I don't remember. I think I drew on it a while ago. But even something a little bit better than this, but even a world like this, I'd be happy with. You could always add textures and make it more complex over time. Okay, so it's crashed. Show call stack. Okay. So, shared material. Oh wait, what am I doing here? Using two materials, right? Oh no, AI material and material. I have an AI material and material. What is this? Do I need both? I think one has the collective data. That's it. This is my creation. I'm building it up. Yeah, so I do need that. So I think actually this is shared. Shared pointer AI material equals shared PTR. Why does it keep doing that? Shared PTR. No. Sorry. And I reckon I should give it a name. Dream game feature life. You had infinite resource to get it done. Question. You can see I've never used these before. Why doesn't the latter replicate the former? I'm a noob with SharePoint. What would be a dream game feature look like? I don't know. It's a good question. I like the idea of people being their own like dungeon keepers. So people being when you get admins and moderators that come in the game and have like god powers from the publishers. I like the idea that just an individual user can have like that level of power. So why did the assignment work here? Yeah, exactly. Balance would be the issue there. And then, I mean, you're just going to get a big clans of people, hordes. I don't want to do like a 4-hour stream, which is why I just want to get the camera working. Keep going into idle mode. Maybe it's like a proper DSLR. I don't know if it's overeating or I don't know what. Is there a overeating symbol? Yeah. Okay. Actually, I know why. Because it never overeats, but it's on top of the monitor. I've never had it here before. Or in conversation, but it's just the location, basically. So there we have it. Backup camera. Okay, shout out everyone that didn't leave when I was messing about with cameras. Okay. So this was the approach. Oh wait a minute. Why was it allowing me to have the same name twice? How do I pass a shared pointer? Made sense. I think I have a few functions like this. Wow, who thought that was going to work? Nobody did. Nobody did. But it can break it. Yeah, it can break there. Let's have a look. Yeah, likewise. I'll give you a follow. Let me go to your channel. How do I subscribe to you? Maybe you will. Maybe you stream already. Take it easy. So it's amazing. Like, I've done all this to protect my memory, and it's just giving me extra crashes. Some point in movement here because exception thrown. Later. I'm not enjoying my first run of shared pointers, I gotta be honest. Oh, some send in here. Are these going out of scope after I load the file object? Getting exceptions. How does it know when I'm finished? It's telling me to stay using row pointers because Asymp manages them. But this is why ChatGPT is not our best friend. I'm going to stay with row pointers. After traumatic experience, just now. Okay. Where was the function headers? I know some of you are screaming, oh, no, your pointers. That's all good. The problem there is I've loaded 2, I rotated 1, but there's certainly only 1. Let's load another. Nope. It's just the 1. I think these are the lights from Blender. It's not my model. But to make sure some of the tools on the screen aren't the problem, because they're accessing all the memory. If so, we can create copies. Oh, didn't work. what's interesting is that whilst it didn't work when I loaded the house, everything went red. So something's happening. So we're debugging. This is why. Maybe. Yeah. That would be the problem. Definitely one of the reasons. Well, we have a car and a bit. It's definitely not two cars. One car and a bit of the other. Okay. We could just. I think the main terrain actually maybe uses all the texture units. Just make sure it's not transparency. That would be fun. Why would it be that? Well, I only implemented that yesterday. It's the beta version. Yeah, you piece of crap, look. It was that. To some level, it was that. I didn't expect that the lines would be transparent. When I go to wireframe, that's interesting. Everything is transparency 0. I wonder if the texture is here. It might be. Yeah. Okay, so it's working. Does that mean all the textures need to be, what, black? I mean, just to not exist. Ambient. White. I think that's the true colour of the house. And that is the true colour of the car in the right light. Okay. Crash. It crashed. So what's the problem? It's the shader. So we've got 2 lines of code. One is for us having textures and one is just for materials. Specular. Oh, just the specular. Why have we got transparency? Let's try a model without, just with materials. Oh, the shader's not compiling. There's a typo. Anyone in chat see it? No. Where's the typo? Okay. Specular. I did that before. So we have to create it outside the if statements. So then we can use it outside again here. And I knew it was a shader error because when I loaded the large model with all the meshes, it was going really slow. And I've seen that before when your shader doesn't compile, just the vertices. So this should just work, but what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Diffuse a specular. Put textures inside. Submesh 4 is the walls, basically what we're looking at. And let's just restart. We're just going to load just the cottage straight away, just in case the first model affected it. Yeah, so the first model affected it. Let's load the Bugatti inside. So if we do it that way, it seems to work. Sort of. Okay, so 2 cottages. You see, we lose textures completely. Where am I? Maybe after each model. Okay, so we load a model and there's no textures. Let's see what happens. Is this the true way to check if there are real textures, not materials, in the submesh for async? I fear it's returning true, even if it's material or some other error. don't know if anything's changed with it. What we need to do is, so if textures are available, so let's run something that has no textures. And if this works, it means it thinks it does have textures. It shouldn't think. So it doesn't. And it doesn't load it, which is correct. I mean, it didn't work right. Cottage does. Start again. Cottage does. Okay, it works. I think what we have here is vertices. Yeah, these are just not drawing anyway. So change it. Pure black, right? Put some sunlight. Okay, so now it should only work on non-textured items. The car. So it's working, right? Now the cottage shouldn't load the textures. My mouse has disappeared. So it should be black or just plain. Okay. So the code does know the difference between texture and non-texture. My greatest fear is the mouse battery running out on stream. Let me get a cable. Cable. Here we are. Go with the mini USB old school. We're back on. Let's put that in because it should only be a white material. So it might work the same. So now it's actually broke the first one, not the second. Oh no, it's broke the second one, which is here. So now the second model loaded has no materials. Interesting. Okay, so this should be quite easy to debug. I'll show you what's probably happening. Let me fix that rough camera. Okay, what we need is so we have many submeshes, but we only have two models. So here's the models. We've got in here. Let's come back. Yeah, there's a lot of ChatGPT in here, especially for things we already know. Actually, if we go here, and you can't see it, but I have a split screen with ChatGPT, so you can see. But here it's just to make the code bigger. Okay, so we should have the two models here. Come on, IntelliSense. Let's see those models. to do. Logger.add. Okay, so what we're going to do, logger.add log. Model dot. Got submesh to do you have a project yourself that you're working on? Switch. Let's check you out. Celeste, that looks very cool. It's a game or something you're coding. That does look cool. Excuse me. So here we go. Using console, let us output the material types of the first two submeshes. The console want to output the material types in a side by side view to check their data is the same when I load the same model twice. I don't know if it's aware of my data structure. It was. Yeah, I need to create a comparison tool. So we're going to, what we're going to do, we're going to create an Imgui UI tool, so a user interface where you will select two models or just a given model. And it will tell you how many vertices, it will its name, the VAOs, a full inspection. So then we can click two models and see if the data is there. Because I don't know if it's being corrupted and we have the data. But now I'm kind of thinking we already have this. We already have this tool. Actually, this is not necessary. Look. So let's load the Bugatti up. Now you're going to have a new window here. And let's say we go to submesh. 15. We need one with some color on. So 52. Let's see what I'm making. Okay, it's the back wheel. We'll just make sure it's consistent, which it should be. So submesh is just a part. And there we go. So we're gonna have a green back wheel. To be fair, I prefer that. I know you prefer that. It's gonna crash if I open another. So that seems to have worked, which I don't like. Oh, there's a green one. Interesting, so it hasn't. So the car I've moved. Is the first one we loaded. The green wheel. Oh. Very interesting. You see, I think it might even be this tool. This tool is dynamically changing things by mistake. Because it has the power to do it. This is what's dangerous about a user interface, because nobody's clicking it, you think it can't change anything. But where is it getting the initial values from? The previous model. This is interesting for learning. Oh wait, what was that called? So that was the original. How's it done that? So move. I just wonder if everything else is working, just not how we handle materials in any way. in any way. Right. Wow. Sorry guys, it turned out YouTube noticed that I was playing some music. I had to change it. There's no drama, but this one is copyright free. So, that didn't solve it. Excuse me. This is the problem. overeaten earlier. I might be losing data, but the first one always seems to work, so I don't know. I don't think this is the problem. Because why would the first one work? The cat doesn't know. If you create a copy constructor, you have to create a regular one by the looks of it. I don't know if that needs parentheses. Yep, we were just missing constructor. I don't know how ChatGPT missed that unless I'm just wrong. I'm gonna say that didn't work. How do I know? How do I know, you say? What's interesting is how nice and intact the original is. This is all memory and pointers. Everything that's going wrong. Get Python, everybody, Python. Any Python GCSE preschool Python code is about. I don't think I need even pointers with these. Just some basic data. Yo, yo. How you doing? Yeah, 5 AM way based. It's 4:30. 4:30 here, maybe 3:30. Yeah. Sweet. You into RAM? Sorry, Cam. What do you know? Let's see if we get any errors. This might be the problem here. Yeah, to be honest, the last chat GPT was quite bad, but I mean, would you go to a tutorial on Google or Reddit? Because this is where it gets the data from. But I think I do tell people, you have to know, you have to be at least intermediate at the topic. So then when you use chat GPT, it's all good. You know if it's misleading or if there's going to be a mistake. Okay, there's no emissive colour. I don't care about your crappy emissive colour. Excuse me. Wait, so the second time and the third time it does find an emissive colour, which is why it's bright like that, right? It was at 72. Oh, I took the breakpoint off. Yeah, they are. They've got a lot better as well. You must know that. Overflow. No, it's been incorporated into Overflow as well. Or there's something they did, I don't remember what. They probably just got rights to use their data basically. I don't like Overflow. There was just no understanding for new people. Look at that. You load the model twice and it's not happy. Feel free to give me a follow anyway, guys. Especially if you're working on something similar. You know, in a year's time, it'll be interesting to see which of us quit first. Actually, I need to take the transparency off of this shader. So I implemented transparency yesterday. Let me just quickly do this. And then from the other shaders broke. It must have had transparent values that I didn't know. It was turned off, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, there, look. Some dangerous stuff going off here. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to, yeah. Let me change that big noose of a face. I should fix the transparency anyway. Yep. Give it some sunlight. Shout out the cat. So where are you from? You're from Iran and your homemate? Where's the other guy from? Wow. Everybody stopped. Alright. Yeah. So, are the people of Iran glad that Israel are killing Hamas and Hezbollah? I know some people are, maybe some people aren't, I don't know. I've got Iranian friends. What's good? Then you see so much Persian in there. Right, let's try and open this again. Oh, there we go, it crashed again, man. Shall we view the disassembly? So what project are you working on now? I used to do some web stuff. I just can't handle it. That's what happens when you try to load the same file twice and the same materials. So it must be the shader. It's got to be the shader, gentlemen. I have a nice little terrain tool as well. So I can head it Edit the terrain. Yeah, why not? But thanks for asking. So now there's just one and it's lost the detail. Oh no, that's the light, right? Yeah. It's lost nothing. Why not? As long as you tell everyone what it is. Okay. So what went wrong on this stream? Here. No worries. I want to make a game, like a simulation of a world, like Sapiens. But the car model is not really relevant, but it just gives, just tests the engine out nicely. Why is it value pointers instead of just the values, right? Yeah, I'll send you a link. I made just a 2D game before, but it was networked. It was like an MMO kind of game. Oh, I thought it worked then. Piece of crap. I need to do is I'm bored. So this is what we need to do. Let me see if the data is just messy. Submesh. Let's go here and let's go to material. Yeah, there's your problem. Now if you go to the first one, the submesh, and the material is perfect. Feel free to, yeah, I'm not sure why it was blocked. Feel free to give us a follow, especially if you're in the Middle East. I'm in the Middle East as well, just for 2 more weeks. Until planes come back, right? I can go back home. Piece of crap. Wait a minute, it's all white though. It's all white. What does that mean? That means it's doing something different. I like it. And the real problem is none of you are telling me the answers. That's the real problem we have. Let's see if we've got that metadata. Simulations are fun because you can enjoy them yourself. There's more random and unpredictability. I'm gonna say it didn't work again. But Ryan's time. We're going to Gemini. Why, after loading a second model, does the material data like ambience and color contain junk in the renderer function, but never the first model? Tell me, Gemini. Yes. More for debugging, I would say. Plus the camera. Might be my best chance to go viral. I am suspicious of the function. Still wrong. Actually, but what I can do is okay. So what we'll do is this. Diffuse. Diffuse is reduce. On the info. So I want to see if the material is the same when I load it, and we see where it breaks, because then it might just be the importer. So we'll load a Bugatti. Oh wait, I need to turn login back on. Let's have a look. We just want info. And we'll just look at the first three entries in the debugger. Okay, we'll look at the last three. 64, 64, 01 and 64. Yeah, it seems to be loading it. Okay, world transform. So what we're gonna do? World transform. Where does it get the world transform from? It's not that. Model new vector. I'm just trying to see where we instantiate the model matrix. The model new. So now I'm going to create, is that going to be a function, right? so they're not overlapping now. And we need to why are they so much aligned on one axis? Okay. I think some overlapped. I have a fly that you can't see on camera. See, if this was all rendering nicely, this would look pretty fun right now. We have the cottage. This was the other car from earlier, maybe, that I lost. So let's open the Bugatti MTL file and see. specular is. Yeah, so if I show chat, okay, I'll show you. Let me run the engine. I'm going to call it an engine, right? Hey. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I didn't see you guys. Oh, you're doing Synth Moon. That might be the best name I've seen yet. Although it's only been 2 weeks. Let's check out Synth Moon, everyone. A little bit about Chrono. Sweet. Some old school project, maybe. Okay, let me show you what's happening. By the way, my proper camera died because of it overheated. Okay, so if I press the wrong button. Well, that's interesting. When I press escape, it doesn't handle me not loading something. So if I load Bugatti, right, and what I'm doing is I'm printing out to console. Should got the warnings off. The diffused values. Look at this. My engine's got some for the bad eyes. So the last four is 64, 64, 11, and 64. And if we pull up this, so diffuse is the KD. So the last four material is 64, 64, is it 11, and 64 KD. So it's loaded everything correctly. Although I can't see the thing. Now when I open the next one, oh, it crashed. Just a bit annoying. I've got just 2 bugs that are annoying, the crashing and the loading. But mostly it's fine. Okay, so we loaded it a second time. And we got the same value, 64, 64, 11, and 64. Which means, even though, if you've just joined the chat, even though one car is drawing fine with the materials, let's make the sun, give it some nice blue daylight. The other car's not drawing properly, but it does have the right data imported. So we know where the problem isn't. We know where it isn't, right? Yeah. So where is that material data going? Mesh data. Mesh is a mesh node. Oh, there's the mesh node. Oh, that's a single mesh, right? Which goes into here. Mesh data there. It's a single mesh. I think it's here. Initialize single mesh. But then there's materials. Where does materials come in? Init materials. After. And how does the material get stored? Let's see what we pass into this function. Just the scene pointer. New material. I've lost where it gets stored. Mesh. That's going to be here somewhere. I've lost the flow of logic on init materials due to the call-in function. Where is the new mesh? How did you learn to make game? Hey, good calling. Where's the new mesh stored? After materials. So 1 second after we create. So first I learned C++ from udemy.com. I think it was like $10. After we create mesh new in the loop. How do I store mesh new in init materials after we create it? It's 6 a.m. here, nearly 6 a.m. I've been creating for too long. So I did, sorry for not answering, udemy.com or C++, but you don't get any certification with udemy.com. So later, when I finished it, or nearly finished it, I did a course on edX. To get a certificate from Microsoft. By the way, if you hit like, it brings more people to the channel, potentially. Or if you subscribe, you can dislike it later, but not today. Okay, the workflow. Loading meshes are processed by a single mesh where each mesh is stored in meshes. I don't know about to back submesh. Here, which function is this? Meshes vector. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I never add one. Never add one. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of maths. But listen, if you run a project like this and you keep going with something like this for 6 months and they see you doing a live stream, they will just know you're a problem solver, because anybody can remember a few functions and a few formulas, but if they see you can solve the problem yourself, you're employable. That's more important. And that's my opinion. Okay. Material. Interesting. Why is that so messy? Okay, there it is. That's where we put the model. That's where we create the model. And within the model new, we have potential for submeshes which have materials. Should I make it a pointer to materials? Pointer to materials. I think I understand a lot of the concepts in maths, but I forget a lot of things. So that there's no value sometimes in me learning something, because if I don't use that formula for a year, then I've completely forgot it and it took me 2 days to learn it again. So that's why I really like ChatGPT, because I'll read half and then I'll be like, I remember this, so I know how to troubleshoot, because I really did learn it before. England, how about you? Give us a follow. Did I follow you? Make a channel. Subscribe. I'm gonna guess Buenos Aires, but what do I know? Yeah, I've been using it for maybe a year and a half, but maybe only 6 months of a year and a half I actually did anything. Um, I'll show you guys that are just joining just a bit of the engine. But the first thing I did was work on a terrain engine, which, by the way, I think it has a facility where I can change the texture, so I can have mud, grass. I can blend the mud and the grass in, but I need to look at the shader again. But I'm sick of seeing the mud, so I'm just going to load grass directly. Also, I normally have a proper camera on, but I put my camera on top of the monitor and it overheated my proper camera, so I'll fix that tomorrow. We're going old school web camera. Okay, we should have grass now. I mean, I don't know if it's grass. It's a grass texture, right? Okay. Yeah, it's really fun. It's the best skill I've learned. For me, I really enjoy it. And even you see all the menus, like you create all the menus yourself. I've made my own debugger. It's just so fun. One of my favorite things. I mean, you can see the menus are messy, but it doesn't really matter. You only use one or two at a time. But my favorite thing is my buffer window. So now we have, that's too big. Okay, FBO. So everything gets drawn to a frame buffer which goes onto your monitor. That's frame buffer 0, but you can create another frame buffer and have it as a texture, then you put it in that Imgui UI window. Now you might think that's boring, but then there you go, look. It's a full render. But this is made within the engine, so you can give it different properties. But the reason I made this was because I have a tool to edit the terrain here. But when I'm editing the terrain, I change the color to edit mode, but the render buffer is still there in the window, so you can see what it's going to look like. But also you might want another one, window 2. You might want it really big. Enable custom view. What that means is it will stay in the same place. So now this one on the right will always be looking at this patch of grass. So now if I circle brush, if you watch the windows, you can see, so you might have different views on how you're editing the terrain. It's quite simple, but just really fun. Remove the last frame buffer, there you go. But that same code you will use to change the view in the game when it's a game, right? So you've learned many things. There you go. But what I'm stuck on is this bad boy here. Wait, where did they go? Here we are. My little tree. So I'm trying to load models. But we're having some problems. As soon as this is fixed, you have a lot of power, because that's when you can place everything. Trees, textures, and so on. Right, I followed you both anyway. Okay, that means I better go to bed, alright? Let me go. Playing the game in different scratch. I was like, each project, that's off. Yeah. Trying anyway. Trying. Where you from, Howard? That's a cool name. Subscribe for a cookie. I want to cook you back. There you go, there's a subscribe. Yeah, no, it does help for simulation. I will show you actually. I have some physics in. I always forget some of the things I put in. I would say maybe it's hard to say how long I've been coding for. 5 years, right? But maybe 1 year I did 3 months, and then another year I did 6 months. So I've probably been looking at C++ code for maybe 2 years, but it's all self-taught, and then I've not had feedback from a pro, like a senior. So it's just messy. ChatGPT is pretty good for clean code. Yeah. Okay, what was I going to show you? A bit of simulation. Do I want to call it simulation? It's crashed. What model did I open by mistake? I didn't mean to press that anyway. Okay, so what you're going to see is very simple, very boring in a way. But I have, this has got physics. It's called bullet physics. I should do a tutorial actually on bullet. What about you? You said you just, yeah, I did Python. That's probably the other way around. I forgot all the Python. Where are we? Okay, here we are. So character debug, set location, follow character. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I did it. Yeah, I think it's not rendering the world, but I'm in. Yeah, why did that happen? It might be the. Oh wait, I need to give the character. So here, force factor is to. This is the physics, like friction, gravity. And here is where the character is based in the world. So this is all debugging information. You're not going to see this in the game. This is to make your tools work. Yeah, I always tell people web is boring. So I did web when I was a teenager, and you was coding, you was doing web. But now there's so many tools that do a lot of things for you. You don't feel like you don't have the feeling of what you've created, unless it's really like new tech. So I think here it's falling to the ground. The character, you'll see, it's stopped, which means view physics engine. So this ball is the character, right? Because all you do is invisible ball. You put a camera on it, so then you got a first person. So if you look here, the little, you can almost see the wireframe. So it seems to have a bug where it's not drawing the world when the camera's on. Now this might press escape, it comes straight back. Oh, there we are. Oh no, we're good. What was the keys for moving this guy? I forgot. But this is from the point of view of the character now. Escape, 1 second. Yeah, I forgot the buttons, so I wrote them somewhere on the screen. TF, yeah, GH. Love it. I've just found another book. Yeah, that kind of happens. Oh, it's so annoying. I don't want my physics broken. think it's dropping. Yeah. Anyway, I got distracted there. I'll have to take a look at that. This is a problem of adding new features. Something breaks and you don't know because you didn't test it for so long. But at least the ball was bouncing on the ground. Just I broke the camera, probably with the new camera I added. Okay, guys, hit subscribe, yeah? Likes from everybody. And I'm going to go to bed at 6 a.m. Is there anybody I didn't follow? No, I think I got you all. Abdul, everybody. Good night, guys. That's how we do.